Hey everyone, this is episode 8 of Let Us Interrupt You. I am Joseph Oliva.
And I am Michael Smith.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that happened over the weekend. A wild week 14, really a wild week in general for the NHL with their COVID problems, the NBA with their COVID problems. Transfers galore as Spencer Rattler has found a place now. He is now in South Carolina, Gamecockville.
Mm-hmm.
And you also got Quentin Ewers, who is going to be a Texas Longhorn. That, to me, surprises me because I figured, he probably would end up in a bigger school like LSU maybe, or maybe Arkansas, or maybe Florida. Because Florida needs another quarterback right now. It's too bad that they don't have one.
Yeah.
But you know what? He went to a good school. It'll be interesting because my prediction is that I think either way you look at it, I think Texas might have a pretty good shot of being a top contender in the college football playoff next season. Even though Oklahoma's got Brent Venables back as head coach, the former coordinator for the Clemson Tigers, and they have Caleb Williams, who's entering his sophomore year. I think Quentin Ewers is a better quarterback. I really do. I think Quentin Ewers has got a better arm. I think he's got a better read for the football field, I think, honestly, you look at Caleb Williams, you're looking at probably a lesser version of Lamar Jackson.
You said they played the Browns. Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, the Ravens played the Browns. They lost.
I said the Raiders.
Oh. Well, I didn't hear you. Anyway.
We'll do that after. But,
yeah. Anyway, but, like I said, Quentin Ewers.
Going to Texas. He's going to be the guy.
He is. He's going to be the guy. It'll be an interesting story. It'll be a chance for him to go back to the college football playoff, maybe even a national championship.
A lot of people are saying he did finesse Ohio State, which honestly,
he did.
He did.
He did. I mean,
look, if you were a kid and you got that opportunity to make all this money from one school,
yeah.
But honestly, he could have played, but I don't know, they didn't play him because C.J. Stroud broke out. C.J. Stroud broke out.
Was a stud. I mean,
so Quentin Ewers always saw he has no chance of playing. Yeah. C.J. Stroud's the man there. Yeah. So, of course, he would go somewhere where he could start.
Yeah. But when I look
took the money and ran.
Yeah. But when I look at Williams, I see a Cardell Jones maybe when I think of Williams. I don't think of him as a really big time name as far as quarterbacks. I know it's only a sophomore year heading to Oklahoma, but I don't see it. In Newers, I think he's got a pretty good, better.
Well, Williams is going to have a full year this time. No controversy. No, it's going to be just him.
So will Williams. And Spencer Rattler, look, he's going to go to South Carolina. He's got to contend now with Georgia. He's got to contend now with Florida. He's got to contend with who else in the SEC East? I'm trying to think. Well, actually, those are the only two.
As long as he works well in that offense, I say he won't have a problem. But we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see. I have my doubts because to me, he reminds me of Edelman as a wide receiver. He looks more like a wide receiver than a quarterback. You don't think so, but I do. We've gone through this debate before. I've gone through my case.
He looks nothing like a wide receiver.
Yeah, he does. He's got the build for it. I don't think he's got the quarterback build.
What is he? He's like 6 feet.
Yeah, but he's scrawny.
190.
Rattler is scrawny, and I think the difference is you need a quarterback that's built to take hits. He's not even built as a college football quarterback to take hits.
He's kind of similarly built to Russell Wilson.
Well, Wilson's more buffer, though. That's the difference, though. Yeah, granted, Wilson's smaller, but he's got some muscle tone. With Rattler, you don't see that with him. At least I don't. I don't know if you do.
He does have some muscle.
Yeah, but more tone. Having some muscle doesn't mean you're muscle tone.
Do you know how many football players don't even have that muscle tone and they still play?
Well, how many of them are quarterbacks, though? That's the thing. They either are punters, they're either wide receivers, or they're either on the defensive side.
Some QBs have dad bods.
Yeah, but then they still have muscle at the same time. They got to be built that way. That's the difference.
Exactly. But they still have dad bods.
They're more buffer than dad bods.
But they work out. They have that constant workout.
They're not like dad bods that let themselves go and basically just have no muscle tone and just grow fat. You see dad bods that are just fat. Look at Big Ben. He's got no muscle tone. He's fat.
But he still takes hits.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he needs to take. It's good to take hits like that, though. But the question is, can Spencer Rattler take hits like that and actually survive?
I say he does.
Okay. I don't.
I say he does.
I don't.
He will.
I don't agree, but you know what?
He's on drugs.
I'm not gonna go on a rant about that because I'm gonna
No,
say that
go
rant.
on.
I'm gonna say that
Go on a
rant for a different topic.
No.
Anyway, for this week, we're gonna start off with the really the shocking news of the week, which was the Browns beating the Ravens, which I was shocked about that. I was convinced
that was a very good close game too.
It was even with Lamar Jackson being carted off the field with an ankle injury, Huntley coming in there and trying to salvage a chance to winning that game. They just couldn't get the job done. They really could not get the job done. I think the Ravens are in trouble. With or without Lamar Jackson, I think this team's in trouble. This game, Huntley was 27 for 38, 270 yards, a touchdown. He had a fumble loss in the game. He got stripped by Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was a beast for this team. This game started off with McCaughlin kicking a 43-yard field goal, making it a 3-0 game. Landry got a 9-yard reception in the end zone for Baker Mayfield, making it 10-0. Hooper got some action in there as well. He got a 1-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield, making it 17-0. We're going to fast forward right into the fourth quarter here. It was Latavius Murray getting a 1-yard run. They tried for the 2-point conversion. It failed. Mark Andrews got a 8-yard pass in the end by Huntley. Sorry. Justin Tucker made the extra point, but in the end, it didn't matter. The Ravens lose 24-22. They almost gave us away, the Browns. This game was almost given away by the Cleveland Browns. This was, simply put, a well effort, by the Ravens, more of an effort in the second half really than in the first half. The Browns just, said, you know what, we'll wrap it up early. We trust our defense. Chubb in the game with 17 carries for 59 yards. Donovan Peoples had 5 catches, 90 yards in the game. Mark Andrews had 11 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown in this one. Jacksonville and Tennessee. All I got to say about this one is that if this game did not get Urban Meyer fired, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
I don't know what will. Why even?
I said it before. I said it again. Get Urban Meyer out of Jacksonville.
He needs to get out of there.
He's hurting the coaches. He's hurting the players. He's hurting the fans. He's hurting everyone.
The sad thing is that Urban Meyer is a sore loser, and I didn't realize how much of a sore loser this guy could be.
Yeah.
He knew there was a rough rebuild.
He's definitely he's never tasted defeat until he came to the NFL.
Exactly, and I think the difference is now
he's not humbled.
He's not a humbled person. He really isn't. A lot of people are saying Ryan Day could be coaching next in the NFL, could take the Chicago Bears job. At this point, I actually want to see Ryan Day take the Jacksonville job and just spite Urban.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Ryan Day is more humble.
Exactly. He can handle defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened in Ohio State with Michigan. I mean, he got beat by Michigan. He got beat by Oregon.
Yeah, Titans 20-0 over the Jags.
I mean,
save every single player in Jacksonville right now. Save Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, I think, is going to have a long way to go. And I got to be honest, he may not even be a Jacksonville Jaguar for long. He may not. Probably 4 or 5 years down the road, I can see him going somewhere else. There's no salvaging.
Probably.
That team will never make the playoffs. It's just never going to happen. They don't have anybody that wants to go there. They don't have anybody that wants to play for Urban.
In reality, this team should be 0-13, but the 2 games they won were luck.
Oh, pure luck for
sure. They beat the
Bills and the Dolphins.
I
mean, that to me was just pure luck.
Yes.
And for itself, really.
They only had 8 rushing yards, the fewest in team history in the game.
Yeah.
That's
pretty pathetic. And James Robinson had 6 carries for 4 of them. So I don't know who had the other.
Remember, they benched James Robinson last week.
And the team
for no reason.
Because he caught the ball one time against Aaron Donald. Look.
One time.
Did anybody really think that Robinson was going to have a good game against that Ram defense? Because if you did, you're on crack.
Yeah.
It was never going to happen. We all said it.
So James Robinson is probably their best player still.
Oh, yeah, by far.
But they literally benched him for like half the rest of the game.
Let me just tell you why.
Now shatters his confidence.
You want to know why he benched him? Because Carlos Hyde was an Ohio State Buckeye guy. He was an Urban Meyer guy. So he figured, I'll take my guy who kisses my ass. Because he's got to have his ass kissed here because he already knows he's having a miserable season. He's just a miserable human being, Urban Meyer, at this point. He might as well be that one guy in a nursing home who's in his 90s who just can't take life anymore. That's what Urban Meyer is right now on this Jacksonville Jaguar team.
This is his rant.
No, that's not my rant.
Nah,
I'll let you know I'm about to give you a rant, okay? It's not going to be on this football game because I'm going to
Jags suck. Get rid of Urban Meyer. Next game
is going to be Raiders and Chiefs. This game was I could not stop laughing.
This was an ass whoop.
You talk about
the Raiders started the game. They had a team huddle in the middle of the field.
I'm thinking to myself, that's the most random thing.
I'm just like,
you talk about taunting the Kansas City Chiefs fans. Are you stupid or something?
I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to end well for them.
You're supposed to quiet the crowd.
They got the crap beat out of them 48-9.
First possession, Josh Jacobs gets stripped.
The Raiders
Mike Hughes recovers a fumble into the end zone for a touchdown. And I didn't even know it was a fumble. I thought the announcers at first actually lost track of what happened. But then Ian Eagle, who was just screaming his head off, Mike Hughes got the ball. He's in the end zone. Oh my God. Like it was a great call. And he's going to be a better broadcaster for CBS. If you haven't watched him on CBS, he's just phenomenal. Phenomenal broadcaster. Anyway, let me continue on this one right now. Darrell Williams got a 23-yard touchdown reception from Patrick Mahomes, making it 14-0. Later on, the route continued as Edwards-Helaire got a 5-yard run in the end zone, untouched. Pretty easy stuff. Up 21-0. Gordon gets a little touchdown reception, his first one in over 2 or 3 years. And he gets the Chiefs are up 28-0. And then Edwards-Helaire one more time, 6 yards out, making it 35-0. This game was already over. Let's just fast forward to the fourth quarter, 41-9. Derek Gore, yes, I said it, Derek Gore, another backup running back for the Chiefs, runs at 51 yards. This game's over. He takes it to the house. Chiefs win 48-9. That is the first 48-9 final score in NFL history. And let me just tell you something for you people out there. Watch out for the Kansas City Chiefs.
They might be back.
They are a dangerous team. They are back. This is Patrick Mahomes' second best game of the season, in my opinion. Behind the last best game that he had, which was against, ironically, the Raiders in Las Vegas. He threw for 405 yards in that game. This game here, he threw for 258 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. To me, this is a dangerous team. The defense is tough, relentless. Derek Carr basically might as well been a big giant Twinkie for Chris Jones and the rest of that defense to knock over and try to eat him alive, because they were all over him.
Yeah.
They were absolutely all over him. And this Raider team, as far as playoff chases go, they're done.
They're done. They're definitely done.
I mean,
something like this.
They're playing the Browns this Saturday. They're not going to beat the Browns. To me, they're not. Here's my opinion right now. Here's my prediction. They're not going to win another game. They're not going to win another game.
Who are their final opponents?
The Chargers, the Broncos, the Browns, and I think they're playing Miami. I think I'm actually looking at the schedule.
They'll beat Miami, but probably that's about it.
I think. I'm sorry. They're playing Indianapolis. I'm thinking of last year's schedule when they played Miami.
Oh yeah, they might not win that game.
Yeah, so they're not. So they're mostly on the road in this one. They're at Cleveland, then they're home to face the Broncos. Then they go back on the road to face Indy, and then they go back to home to face the Chargers at home. So Chargers are going to sweep them.
Raiders.
Broncos are going to lose that home game to the Raiders. I'm sorry. The Broncos are going to win that game at the Raiders. I said it backwards. But yeah, the Raiders' playoff hopes, whatever they had for playoff hopes, it's dead.
Yep.
It's dead. I mean, there's no question about that. Saints Jets. There was no Cam Jordan for this game.
Another ass whooping.
He was out. I think it was COVID protocol. I believe he was out for. I'm not really sure if that was the reason for it, but it was 171 straight starts that he had that snapped. The Saints roll over the Jets. The Jets are complete garbage.
Yeah.
Did I pick them to win this game? I have a really weird feeling I picked them to win this game.
I think you did.
I did. Every time I pick the Jets, you guys just disappoint me.
Yeah.
I figured Taysom Hill was going to struggle in this game, but you know what? I was wrong.
He played okay.
I was wrong. Zach Wilson, he struggled.
Still, I say Taysom Hill is still not a starting caliber quarterback. He's a gadget player. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he played better here.
It's the Jets. It's the Jets.
Right. Yeah.
I could play against them. This water ball could play better against them.
That's true. By the way,
Gatorade bottle, actually. Sorry, Gatorade bottle. My apologies.
Yeah. This game, basically, I'm going to go fast forward right into the fourth quarter here. They're up 16-6. Taysom Hill gets a 2-yard run. And then after that one, after the field goal the Jets made, Taysom Hill took off for 45 yards. Game over. They win.
Game over. They're done.
I mean, at this point, the Saints right now look like they are on a mission still. They're playing against.
I said they're still not making the
playoffs. They're playing against the Buccaneers. You know, there could be a possible upset.
No, I doubt it.
Look at the Saints last season. They upset the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. They found a way to go to Tampa Bay, and they won there.
Didn't they beat them earlier this year?
And they did. They did beat them earlier this year. You know, the Saints have always given.
That was with Jameis Winston starting.
And that's what Trevor Siemian filling in after that one, and that craziness with the most randomest crew of people I've ever seen in my entire life beat that Bucs team.
Taysom Hill playing the Bucs, he's gonna struggle a lot.
We'll see.
He struggles.
You know, you got Jamal Dean.
They play them next week, right?
Yeah. You got Dean, who's missing. You got, Sean Murphy Button. He hasn't been the same since he's been back. Sherman's probably been the best player on their defense. He's, we'll get more in the Bucs.
But we'll do our predictions next episode.
Yes, we will. We will do our predictions the next episode. Moving on to the Cowboys and Washington game. This was a wild.
This was a wild. Pretty sure there was like 5 turnovers and like 5 straight plays. Last I saw.
Yeah, it was an
insane ending.
It was an insane ending. This one, let's get started with this one right now. Cowboys are up 3-0. Amari Cooper gets a 7-yard touchdown pass from Dak Prescott. They make a 2-point conversion. They're up 11-0. Later on, Dorrance Armstrong, he recovers a fumble. He returns with 37 yards to the house, making it 18-0. Cowboys kick 2 field goals. They're up 24-0 at the half. Second half here, this was a deep pass by Heineke. He unleashes it and gives it right to Cam Sims. They rule it an incomplete pass, but after review, call was reversed. He gets a touchdown, 43 yards. They get the 2-point conversion, 24-8. Mm-hmm. Zerline kicks a 29-yard field goal, making it 27-8. Later on, fourth quarter, Jonathan Williams, 1 yard in the end zone. Washington still is now down by 13. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere, Dak Prescott drops back the pass, throws an interception to Cole Holcomb. Washington fans lose their crap.
Yeah.
It gets a 31-yard pick six. Mm-hmm. Return to 27-20. Washington has a chance to come back to win the game. In the end, it does not matter. It was a turnover fest in that particular game.
The last 2 minutes.
In the last 2 minutes of this one. It was a fumble. And
almost muffed the kickoff.
There. And that's the end of the game there. Cowboys going to win 27-20. Dallas is going to win their division. Let's be honest right now. Yeah.
Washington's
they're still alive.
They're still alive, but they're not
7 seed.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
I don't know. I mean, to me, look, here's the way I see it.
Hey, what are they right now? They're 7.
Right now, they're 6-7. Right now, they're in a pretty good position right now to stay alive right now in these playoffs. The 49ers, I
believe Taylor Heineke actually got injured.
Heineke did get injured, yes. Yeah. He injured his neck. We don't know how severe the neck injury is, but we know he was taken out. Kyle Allen was put in the game. Mm-hmm. It was an interesting game for what it was. I mean, It was a very wild game, very wild 1:00 game. The rest of these 1:00 games were just a dud, really. It was mostly blowouts. But this one right here was one of the better ones. Mm-hmm. To me, Washington, they're still alive as far as I'm concerned. And you know what? Who might be alive still? The Saints. Because right now, do I trust Jimmy G right now, the 49ers to take off right now at this point? No, because they had a hard time against the Bengals, which we'll get into in a minute there. But I mean, again, and that's what I notice a lot in most of these games. Really, when you think about it, they slow down. Like if the teams were up by a lot by the end of the first half, you keep the momentum going. Mm-hmm. You don't let the other team come back and make a game out of it. You just don't.
No, you don't.
And I just noticed it a lot in most of these games. Moving forward now with Cam Newton and Matt Ryan. By the way, I won the $20 bet, so the Falcons did get the win. Told you people out there, don't trust Cam Newton. Just don't do it.
Can't trust him anymore in his career.
Especially when he got benched again for PJ Walker. So I don't know why you people thought, it's Cam Newton and the Falcons, just they don't care. Matt Ryan's on his way out of there, but he wants to help out his value. You got to win something. You got to win a few more, or at least win. But don't let's be honest here for a minute. Cam Newton is a sore loser. Matt Ryan is just tired. That's all it is. Okay?
Matt Ryan's just tired of being on the Falcons.
He's tired of being on the Falcons. He's tired of not having his hearsay.
He's had a great career.
He's had a great
Hall of Fame worthy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Definitely in the conversation.
But he needs to go to a team where he can win a championship. He cannot on the Falcons.
No. And especially when the Falcons don't bring anybody in. And that's the problem there. Matt Ryan in this game, 190 yards, a touchdown. Cam Newton, 178 yards, 1 pick. Not a great day for him at all. Robbie Anderson got 7 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Russell Gage had 4 catches for 64 yards. Cordell Patterson had 16 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown. Newton had 10 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown.
This is Cordell Patterson's coming out year.
Basically, it is in a nutshell. Newton had another 12-yard run. Great. He can run for 12 yards. Great. That's fantastic. You know what? The Panthers, in my opinion, though, they're garbage. Matt Rule should have gotten fired before Joe Brady did. I don't know why Joe Brady got fired. To me, it's like, oh, they didn't do enough for the run. Okay. You didn't do enough for the run because you had no running back. You had lost McCaffrey twice.
Yeah.
You lost him again this year. So it's like, you can't blame that on Joe Brady. They
got the rookie Hubbard, who's actually showing some flashes.
Exactly. And he's been establishing the run as much as he could. I mean, I don't understand why Matt Rule got the idea that he wasn't doing enough for the running back position here. They were doing a lot more running plays and passing plays. Facts. Hell, they had Sam Darnold before he got injured running a lot.
Now, at one point, he led the league in rushing touchdowns this year. That's what I'm saying. Which was insane.
How could you say that you didn't do enough to establish the run when your quarterback, your franchise quarterback that you picked up from the Jets,
at one point led the league in rushing touchdowns?
That led the league in touchdowns. Thank you. It just doesn't make any sense. The idea of it is just stupid.
But then Sam Darnold proceeded to play like shit for the rest of his time.
Exactly. Because Sam Darnold, you know what he is? He's basically a quarterback who's just a bust. And they just can't accept the fact that this guy needs to be a backup.
I'm going to say right now, Sam Darnold is a bust.
Yeah.
Officially. Yeah.
So he needs to just accept the fact right now that he needs to be a backup, and that's it.
He was good for the first 4 games this year, and then he played like crap ever since.
So we're going to get some more scores into it.
To the fact where, it's the whole Panthers situation is weird. Because when they got rid of Cam Newton the first time, they brought in Teddy Bridgewater. Then after 1 year, they traded him to Denver. Then they traded for Sam Darnold to be the replacement.
You want to know why Bridgewater?
So it was like Teddy Bridgewater was brought in to replace Cam Newton.
Let me give you a reason.
Then they brought in Sam Darnold to replace Teddy Bridgewater, who was replacing Cam Newton.
Now
they brought back Cam Newton to replace Sam Darnold, who was replacing Teddy Bridgewater to replace Cam Newton.
Let me give you a reason.
What?
Let me give you a reason why Bridgewater got traded.
And they're still paying off some of Teddy Bridgewater's contract.
You want to know why Teddy Bridgewater wanted out of there? Because he knew the team sucked. It's the team. The whole team.
He didn't fit the system.
The quarterback, Darnold, sucks. The wide receiving core sucks. The running back core sucks. The entire team defensively sucks.
So you're saying Christian McCaffrey sucks?
He's injury prone now at this point. What?
He doesn't suck. Yeah, he's just injury prone now.
He's injury prone. I'm not saying McCaffrey sucks. But the running back core without McCaffrey, I should have made that clear. Without McCaffrey, sucks. I mean, that's just the way it is. By the way, Seattle beat Houston 33-13. I'm not even going to get into the highlights in this whole thing.
Yeah, Seattle
crushed them. No surprise. Whoop-de-doo. Houston Texans, what are they now? 2-11 now, too? They're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars next weekend in Jacksonville. So maybe Jacksonville might get a win. Who knows? I doubt it. Detroit and Denver played. Denver killed them.
It was a very emotional game.
Very emotional game.
Honoring Demaryius Thomas. And
they
did in a big way.
They honor him in a really big way.
Beating the absolute crap out of Lions.
Chargers beat the Giants 37-21. Herbert had a big day. 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. No one would stop him in that game. I mean, this guy was on a mission. He threw a 59-yard pass to Jalen Guyton, 12-yard to Palmer, 1 yard to Jared Cook. I mean, that seems to be the common theme here for Herbert games. The guys he wants to get involved in the game, well, he's going to get a guy named Guyton.
A guy named Guyton. He gets everyone
Joshua Palmer, and you got to get Jared Cook. And then, you know what? If Keenan Allen wants to get a touchdown, he gets him in there too. Those are basically Herbert's top targets.
Herbert got weapons for days.
So Herbert and the Chargers, by the way, will be home Thursday night against the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a very interesting
game.
I still have the Chargers winning the AFC West still. I still have a good feeling about them because Herbert's already got a victory against them.
Didn't you just say a few minutes ago, like the Chiefs won the division?
Did I say that?
Oh, no, you were talking about the Cowboys. Never mind.
Yeah, they're going to win. I say the Chiefs are going to be a team to watch out for. I didn't say they're going to win.
I said the Chargers are a team to watch out for.
I think both the Chargers and the Chiefs are both to watch out for. They're both dangerous teams. They both got dangerous quarterbacks. Their defenses, they're a little shaky. But, I mean, Kansas City's defense is for real. LA's is 50-50. That's the way I see it. 49ers and Bengals, and this is another game I want to get into with this was a very wild one in Cincinnati. The touchdown that almost didn't happen in overtime, but it turned out they reversed it, even though he was clearly in the end zone. Game started out, Robbie Gould nailed a 33-yard field goal. They're up 3-0. Evan McPherson hit a 37-yard field goal. They're up 3-3. Stanley got a 27-yard run. They're in 10-3. Bengals connect another field goal.
Mm-hmm.
George Kittle before the end of the half gets a 14-yard touchdown pass from Jimmy G. They're up 17-6. And this is what I've said before. The momentum changed here. They couldn't get it into the end zone. So, yeah, settled with a field goal. That's when the Bengals started to bounce. Jamar Chase got a 17-yard touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. He got another touchdown pass, 32 yards out. They're tying the game. Game is tied at 20-20. Heads into overtime. Evan McPherson nails a 41-yard field goal. They're up 23-20.
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo and the Bengals Garoppolo and the 49ers driving down the field.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the 12-yard line. Garoppolo connects on
Aew
for a touchdown reception. It was they're saying he was down at the 1, but they reviewed it. The referee changed the call. 49ers get the win, 26-23.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good game. This was a very, very good game. I think if the 49ers would have blown this team out, I would have taken this team more seriously. To me, they kept the Bengals in it for too long. I think they could have done a lot better in this game in the second half. They could have just put this game away. I think this is the problem with this team. They're just too soft defensively. They are way too soft defensively. And I gotta say, the Saints are more hardcore defensively than the 49ers are right now at this point. And let me tell you the next few weeks here for the 49ers and who they're playing. Home against the Falcons, at the Tennessee Titans, home against the Texans, and they're at the Los Angeles Rams. They might get those 2 wins against the
2-2, yeah.
Yeah, but in this case here, they'll be 8-9. They're going to miss the playoffs. They're not getting in the playoffs.
They'll be 9-8.
No, because you said they're 2-2. So it'll be.
They'll go 2-2 in the last 4. They're 7-6 right now.
7-6. That's right.
Yeah.
So, they would be 9-8.
That would be 9-8.
They would be 9-8. But I think New Orleans might sneak in. I'm telling you, they might sneak in past San Francisco.
Maybe not.
The only way San Francisco makes the playoffs here, and this is my guaranteed coup here, is that if they beat the Rams.
Coup.
I don't know. I don't know. I come up with some things on the fly when I talk.
I will call the cops.
The Rams losing that game at home against the 49ers is the only way they make the playoffs. And I'm being honest here. I don't trust Jimmy G right now. I just don't trust that team. If they would have crushed the Bengals, I'd say yeah.
I mean, Jimmy G's not going to be back. So
huh?
They already said Jimmy G's not going to be back. They're going to start Trey Lance next year.
Well, that doesn't matter. He'd rather go out with a bang with the team. He knows he's going to be on his way out of there. It's like,
and then he's on his way.
It's not like he wants to be eliminated from the playoffs, but I'm going by the fact right now that they need to do better here in these games.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you the next few games they have the Saints. They have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Tampa Bay.
That's going to be close, but I said they lose that one.
Yeah, you can't really bet against Tom Brady. Although Tampa Bay is 11-point favorite heading this one, so that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Dolphins are at the Saints. Panthers are at the Saints, and the Saints travel to Atlanta to face the Falcons. They win 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it.
I can see that happening. I just right now I truly and maybe it's possible. Maybe the Saints do pull off the upset. In Tampa Bay.
Maybe they don't. On paper, it looks like they're gonna go 3-1. But I don't trust Taysom Hill at all. I just don't.
To me, I don't trust him either. But I look at the Saints defense and I say to myself, they can contain Tom Brady. They can because they found a way to do it in that game against them the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it before. They know how to rush Tom Brady. They rush him up the middle in his face. He goes down. This right here feels that way going into this one right now. It's a must win. I feel like it's a trap game for Tampa Bay. In this case here, because Tampa Bay, and I know it sounds crazy. They're in their own trap game at home, and they might get hosed by the Saints because it could be possible. Taysom Hill, because Taysom Hill's tricky. He's a very tricky guy. I think right now with what they have for weapons right now, what they got right now. Look, the first time they played the Bucs, they didn't have the weapons they have. I don't even think Cowboy even played in that game. I believe when the Saints play the Bucs. You're going to have to cover him. Who can cover him right now on the team? Sean Murphy-Button, he hasn't really been that convincing. You look at Richard Sherman at this point. Yeah, he got his first pick with the team as of Sunday against the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
But, on that team, is he going to be able to do man-to-man throughout the game? Because that's how you beat this team. You beat this team man to man. If you play zone against this team, look out. They're going to have a lot of wide open targets. And Taysom Hill's going to go flying all over the field. And I think that's going to be key in this game is that if they play zone, that's going to screw up their game. They got to play man to man or blitz him up the middle in order to beat Taysom Hill in the Saints. And for whatever reason, Todd Bowles just never does it. He'll do it against anybody else in the league. He'll blitz the crap out of you. But if you're the New Orleans Saints, for whatever reason, he won't do it. It's weird to me. I never understood that. Let me just go back to the speaking of the Bucks. This was a wild one yesterday. This took another overtime finish in this one in Tampa Bay. This one was a wild one. This game really started off with just a few punts there. Leonard Fournette was able to punch it in 47 yards out. Tampa Bay's up 7-0. Tampa Bay connected with a field goal. They made it 10-0. Later on, second quarter, Bills down 10-3. Mike Evans gets a 13-yard touchdown pass from Tom Brady. Brady just laser show with this one right here for Tampa. At one point, Evans got another first down reception in close in the red zone. That's have a Tom Brady 1-yard run. Bucks are up 24-3. Allen throws the interception to Richard Sherman. Sherman's 37th career interception. That didn't matter though because the Bucks couldn't capitalize on that one. They were still up 24-3. They're up 24-3 at the half. Later on, Josh Allen. Well, simply put, the guy was on a mission. Gets an 18-yard run in the end zone. Bucks are now still up 24-10. And they connected with a field goal. Later on, Dawson Knox gets a 15-yard pass in the end zone, 27-17. Gabriel Davis gets a touchdown reception from 4 yards out. Bass is able to tie it up right now and force overtime, 27-27. The Bills had a chance in OT to convert on a drive. Going to Stephon Diggs, incomplete pass. Bills had to force the punt. Later on a second, I believe it was second down at 15.
Yeah.
Rashard Perriman gets a pass from Tom Brady. His first catch of the day, 58 yards to the house. He is gone. No one's going to catch him. Bucks would have win 33-27. The Bills are broken, folks.
Yep.
They are broken. If you think for 1 second right now they're going to win the AFC East, you're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. And you know what? I take back everything I said about them.
Dog.
It's like if you hear the dog barking, I take back everything I said about my Super Bowl prediction about them going to the Super Bowl. So screw that. That's not happening. So I
probably won't get past the wild card round.
I regret saying that back in August, but I do not regret saying that they will not win a playoff game. And now with Emmanuel Sanders now, who's out with a knee injury, it kind of does set the tone in right now going forward. There were a lot of key things in this game. Josh Allen, 36 for 54, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He was sacked a lot in this game. And like I said before about Tampa Bay's defense, when they blitz, they get right in your face. Devin White was all over him. Shaquille Barrett all over him. This defense was relentless. It was just no chance for Josh Allen to do anything. By the way, here's another news flash for you. Josh Allen was the only guy in this game that ran in the entire first half. None of the running backs had the ball in the first half. For the first time in an NFL game, that's ever happened since 1991, in 30 years.
That's insane.
He had 12 carries in the game, total 109 yards on the ground himself. Diggs had 7 catches for 74 yards. Cole Beasley had 9 catches for 64 yards. Knox had 7 catches for 60 yards. Gabriel Davis had 5 catches for 43 yards. That's just a top wide receiving core that got in this game. Now let's go to Tampa Bay. Brady, 31 for 46 in this game. 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He also had a rushing TD in this game. Allen had a rushing TD as well. But in this case here, it was all about the GOAT in this game. Basically doing it all by himself here right now. At one point, Ed Oliver teabagged him. He did not like that as much, and he got right in his face. See, the one thing about Tom Brady is don't ever piss him off. Just don't.
Don't.
I mean, you think you're gonna get a guy that flops and just draws a flag. He ain't gonna do it.
No.
He just ain't gonna do it. Like if you
he'll
want,
get
like,
right
he'll
back
get,
on
he'll
your
get
face.
right in your face, and he might even push you to the freaking ground. At one point, I thought he was. I was convinced. I'm like, no, don't get yourself a job.
Brady!
Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, Brady was the man in this game. He had 7 carries for 16 yards. At one point on one drive, he converted on 2 third downs and got a first down out of it. I mean, he converted on 3 third downs and got a first down. So it was a great day for Tom Brady. It really was. Brady was the man in this one. He had 7 carries for 16 yards. Leonard Fournette had 19 carries for 113 yards in the touchdown, including that 47-yard touchdown run to open the game up. Godwin had 10 catches for 105 yards. Mike Evans had 6 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. Perrin, like I said before, only had that one great catch in overtime, 58 yards. And think about it this way. This guy was a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, knows the system well. But, you bring in the Tom Brady system, and it's practically the same thing almost. Not really. But you get my point. Gronk, 5 catches for 62 yards in this game. Gronk had some drops in this game, too. Gronk was not the Gronk of old. He had at least 3 or 4 drops in this game.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a good day for him overall. Devin White, though, was a beast. 10 total tackles in the game, 7 by himself. A sack and a half in this one, 2 quarterback hits. Shaquille Barrett, if I can find his stats on here, 3 total tackles for him, a sack and a half, a tackle for a loss. He got some hits. He hit the quarterback 5 times. He got 5 hits on this guy. It was not a good day. Vita Vea got a hit on Josh Allen. Devin White had 2 hits on him. It was a fun day for the Bucs defensive line, just basically messing with the Bills offensive line. Matt Breida at one point, they tried to go for a fake punt. Matt Breida was going for the run. O'Connor was not going to get fooled. He nailed him. At the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback, but he's just missing something. Yeah. He's just missing a lot. A lot of things he's missing right now. He's got the wide receiving talent.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he just doesn't have the killer instinct to get the drive done when he trails in big-time games. He just doesn't. He almost pulled it off against one of the greatest to ever do it. Think about it that way. Tom Brady, look how many times he's come back from big 21, 30-point deficits. We've seen it a lot. And it's just too bad in this case here. He just couldn't do it here. He had a chance to do it, and he blew it. There you go. Sunday Night Football, Bears at the Packers. This was a wild 8:20 game. This might have been the best game of the entire day. Granted, you had 2 overtime 425 games, but this right here was just back and forth.
Bills Bucks was the game of the week, I say.
I don't know, man. The way this game was completely random. Talk about a game where you have a punt return for 97 yards, the first punt return all season, by Jakeem Grant. Whoever was writing up is trash. He's not that great. He's a little speedster. He got a 46-yard run on a touchdown. It was a 46-yard pass actually from Justin Fields. But this was really all about the Bears in this one, almost pull off the upset here. We thought for 1 minute they were up at halftime, 27-21. And you know what? The Packers decided, you know what? We're going to start the game. We're starting all over again.
And Aaron Rodgers said,
Aaron Rodgers introduced himself. He just said, hey, hi, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
Hi, I'm Aaron Rodgers, in case y'all forgot.
Yeah. Had a 3-yard run for Aaron Jones. He got a 23-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. Crosby had a field goal. Adams got a 3-yard touchdown pass. Adams in this game, this one was a good one. 10 catches for 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Damian Byrd at one point, the former Patriot, got a touchdown reception from Justin Fields in this game. Justin Fields was actually pretty good in this game.
Played pretty good.
18 for 33, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. One was a pick 6 by Razoo Douglas. So there you go. Packers get the win 45-30. This was, despite the score, this was the best game of the night. I got to be honest. I'd say the Bills-Bucks game was the second best game. Even though people are going to look at me and going to go, what do you mean? The Bills almost came back and beat the Bucks. Why aren't you saying that one's the best? Well, here's the thing. When you're up 24-3, keep the gas pedal going. Don't convince yourself that this game's over. The Tom Brady in this one was missing throws. He had some drop passes there and there. The Bears in this case here, look, they just fell victim to Aaron Rodgers. That's it. We just saw Aaron Rodgers again on prime time in one of the biggest rivalry games ever in the NFL with the Bears-Packers. Immense, a good comeback, even though they were only down by 6 points. But still, it was great. It was a great effort by the Bears. They recovered an onside kick at one point and tried to get back in the game. This game was beautiful. It was a beautiful classic in Lambeau Field. You say it's Bills Buccaneers. I say it's Bears Packers game of the night. I'd say the Bills Bucks was the second best game. I think Dallas Washington was the third best game. I think the overtime finish with 49ers and Bengals was the fourth best game. So there you go. That's my thought on that one. Rams Cardinals was the next game. This game was interesting. It was very interesting to say the least here. This was the fifth best game of the entire weekend, I think. Stafford, 23 for 30, 287 yards, 3 touchdowns. Sony Michel, 20 carries for 79 yards. No Tyler Higbee, no Jalen Ramsey, no Darnold Henderson Jr. The list goes on. They were missing at least 8 people with COVID. And this Ram team was able to pull it out in the end. Cooper Kupp had 13 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown.
Cooper Kupp set records.
Odell Beckham Jr. had 6 catches for 77 yards. Van Jefferson had 2 catches, I believe, for 57 yards, 58 yards, offhand. He got a touchdown. He had a 52-yard touchdown catch from Matthew Stafford. Stafford was on fire in this game, just throwing darts, really, throwing dimes. Threw a 2-yard pass to Odell Beckham Jr. in the end zone. Cooper Kupp had a 4-yard reception in the end zone. This game was all about the Rams defense, though. I mean, they got into Kyler Murray's head. They forced 2 interceptions on him. Aaron Donald had a great night. He sacked him 3 times in this game. I mean, it was – Kyler Murray had his best effort. He was 32 for 49, 383 yards. Kyler Murray had 7 carries for 61 yards in this game. I mean, he did the best he could. He had a good effort. You know, in this game here, we figured, well, the Cardinals are going to pull off the win. The Rams are going to go back to being on a downward spiral. This just sparked them right back up the Rams. That's all it did. That's all people did. Green had 7 catches for 102 yards in this one. James Conner had 9 catches for 94 yards. Kristen Kirk had 3 catches for 86 yards. And D-Hop had 5 catches for 54 yards. And Zach Ertz had 5 catches for 42 yards. So there you go. That is the stat for the Cardinals, and really a well-put effort. The Cardinals did recover an onside kick at one point. To me, they mismanaged this completely. When they should have gone for the field goal with about, like a minute 35 to go, minute 40, they were in field goal position, but they took way too much time off the clock. Nailed field goal about 33 seconds left, 35 seconds left. I don't know what the hell happened there. They recovered the onside kick, and they just mismanaged the clock completely. They mismanaged it. They were able to find a way to manage it pretty well when they made a field goal before the end of the half. When Kyler Murray stepped out of bounds with about 1 second left, I thought the clock was going to expire right there and then when he stepped out of bounds. But the clock was on 1 second for such a long time. I'm like, oh, wow. He actually did make it. But, yeah, they mismanaged the clock completely in this one. The Cardinals basically got, dismantled in the end by Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was a beast all night long. I mean, he was just hammering on Kyler Murray. Murray was sacked 4 times in this game. Matthew Stafford was sacked 3 times in this game. This was overall, a chance for the Cardinals to at least clinch their division. Make a statement saying, "Hey, we swept the Rams this year." Unfortunately, they came up short, very short, I may add. So we got through the NFL stuff. We got to talk about some college basketball stuff. A lot of stuff that happened over the weekend here, really, especially with Villanova. Villanova on Sunday getting crushed by Baylor, 57-36. This was pathetic as far as I'm concerned. Very pathetic. Very pathetic performance. I'm going to tell you why about this, because I'm going to show you the top 25, although there weren't a lot of top 25 games that were on last night. URI did get the win, though. They won 82-58 over Milwaukee. But this is the part now where I'm about to rant, because this right here, I just looked at the top 25 rankings. Let me just tell you who made who's now, obviously Baylor's now the new number 1.
Get ready for us, right?
Duke is ranked number 2. Purdue's ranked number 3. UCLA's ranked number 4. Gonzaga's ranked 5th. Alabama's ranked 6th. Kansas is ranked 7th. Arizona's ranked 8th. Villanova is ranked 9th. They're 7-3. USC, 10-0, ranked 10th. Iowa State, ranked 11th, 10-0. Michigan State's 9-2. Auburn's 13th ranked. Houston's 14th ranked. I know, the rant's coming, don't worry. Ohio State's ranked 15th. Seton Hall's ranked 16th. They had a huge win over Texas over the weekend.
These rankings make no sense.
That's what I'm going to tell you why in a second. I'm going to tell you why. Texas is ranked 17th. Tennessee
are you 7-3 ranked to have a 10-1?
Thank you. Okay.
No.
Now you just okay. Let me finish the rankings.
I never focus on the rankings like that, but god damn.
Yeah, Tennessee's ranked 18th. By the way, Tennessee did lose to Villanova. I made a mistake on one of the episodes. I just wanted to clarify that Villanova did beat Tennessee at one point, but this doesn't cover it. LSU's 19th ranked, 9-0. UConn's 9-2. They're 20th ranked. Kentucky 21st ranked after they lost over the weekend to Notre Dame by 4 points. They dropped badly though. I mean, you want to talk about they were ranked in the top 10 and they're 21st ranked. Xavier's 22nd ranked. They're 9-1. Colorado State's 10-0. They're 23rd ranked. Arkansas is 24th ranked. Texas Tech is 25th ranked. And this one's a little puzzling too because PC could have been ranked because they actually did beat Texas Tech. but they were 28th according to the AP polls. They couldn't make the top 25. So here comes my rant, okay? Because this is gonna blow people's minds here. You're Villanova. You only score 15 points in the first half. You score 21 in the second half. Garbage performance. You didn't show up for the game against the Baylor Bears, the defending national champions in college basketball, right? By the way, this is your third loss. You lost to Purdue, okay? You lost to, let me think. You lost, who else did you lose to? UCLA. Very good team. You were down by so much in that game, they actually let you come back a little bit more in the end and made it convincing to cover the spread, okay? That's what UCLA did. You should be giving them a thank you for that, okay? How the hell are they ranked 9th? Kentucky drops to 11 spots and you only drop down to 3? And you score 36 points against the defending national champions in the Baylor Bears. What is wrong with you, college basketball? Seriously. There's two undefeated teams that is below this team that could easily beat them, I think. Easily. Okay?
Let's see, college rankings make no sense.
You got LSU, who's 9-0, who's ranked 19th. How the hell is Villanova ranked number 9 still? How is that possible?
There's a 10-0 team, CSU, ranked 23.
That's what I'm saying. All these undefeated teams. Villanova should be below the freaking Kentucky Wildcats, for Christ's sakes. It's not like they got blown out by Notre Dame. They only lost by 4 points.
Really, Villanova should even be ranked.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't be ranked at all. The games they lost, they didn't do well convincingly to try and make it to cover the spread. They really didn't. The Purdue game, it was close. I'll give it Purdue that. Purdue was ranked number 1 at one point. They lost to Rutgers. Okay, that's why we have a new number 1. Purdue, by the way, I said they were ranked 3rd, right? They're ranked 3rd. So
yeah, they went 1st.
Yeah, so there you go. Gonzaga's ranked number 5. Okay, I got an issue with this one too because you want to know something? How is Alabama not above Gonzaga in this case?
I don't get how's the ranking system even worked. What's this points thing?
In the conference, it's
is that how many points they scored in the season?
Yeah, that's how many points they scored.
So that's how they rank them.
I don't like that point spread bullcrap though. It shouldn't matter if you have a win over the team that you beat. You should rank above them.
It should be based on record.
I don't care how many points they score. And here's the thing with Villanova. Villanova, by the way, who is ranked 9th, okay, they scored more points. That's why they're above the ranking. That's what pisses me off. They're 7-3. They're pathetic. They're a pathetic team. Every year I always hear about people always favor Duke because Duke's always good with Coach K. They're in a championship conversation. So is Villanova. Villanova sucks, though, okay? They suck. They're garbage. I'm not even sure if I'm even going to go to the Villanova UConn game now. I'm not even convinced if I want to watch that team just fester and sour and be pathetic in these big time games. This was pathetic. You score 36 points against the defending national champions. Did you think you were going to win that game? What is this, football? You're going to win a game by score 36-25 now? 36-33? Is that how you're going to do it now? What is this, the NCAA for women's basketball when they only score 40 points a game and they win? Get out of here. Get out of here with that crap.
No offense to the woman.
No offense to the woman at all, okay? I'm not interested in
I just don't get the whole point spread record.
No, I don't get it either.
It should be based on record.
That's what I'm saying.
And possibly even strength of schedule.
That's what I'm saying. And even the strength of schedule doesn't benefit Villanova being ranked number 9. How is Kentucky dropping to 11 spots, okay? Okay. They lost to Notre Dame. They didn't get squashed by Notre Dame. They didn't only score 36 points like Villanova did. You score 36 points. Now, granted, you allowed 57 points. You held Baylor under 60 points a game. Great job, by the way. But you got to do more. You got to do more. It makes no freaking sense. You didn't do enough to win.
I mean, heck, Arkansas dropped 12 spots. Texas dropped 10. Kentucky dropped 11.
You know, I can't believe what I heard. When I read the rankings this morning, I wanted to throw my phone across the room. That's how pissed off I was. I couldn't even actually believe that happened. Complete bullshit ranking for Villanova. And it's easy favoritism when it comes to Villanova or all these bet nots out there for Vegas. They want to keep Villanova in the top 10. You want to know my honest opinion? Villanova shouldn't even be ranked. They shouldn't even be ranked. That was a pathetic performance on Sunday on primetime television, on ESPN and ABC when they had these games on. Pathetic. Against a national championship team in Baylor, who might repeat, by the way. That's how good they are. Although I don't think they will. I think they're going to lose to Duke, I think. Although I always go with Duke every year to win the college basketball tournament. So I'm always wrong.
I'll say Duke's the favorite almost every year.
But Duke, in my honest opinion, and I'm a Duke Blue Devil fan. That's why I root for them. I like Coach K. I've been to a Duke basketball game before. I think it's fun. You want to know something? You don't want to know what's not fun? Villanova. You're boring. You're stale. You're absolutely pathetic. This is like my Boston Celtics rant from last week. I think I have more freaking rant anger towards this team than the Boston Celtics, which I'll get into in just a second because they had a huge win last night against the Bucks.
Yeah, but this ranking system makes no sense.
This ranking system is pathetic.
I never got college ranking systems.
This might just be worse than the BCS championship ranking system when they had a long time ago. You want to know how pathetic that is? That is pathetic.
7-3 and in the top 10. Where every other team on this list doesn't even have no more than 2 losses.
It's pathetic.
And there's a 10-0 team ranked 21st.
In Colorado State, yeah.
Colorado State, yeah.
Texas Tech, by the way, who's 25th ranked. That's right. They lost to PC, right? Oh yeah, they did.
What's PC's record?
9-1.
How are they
Texas
not
Tech is 7-1, by the way. How are they
not ranked?
How do you get this wrong? How do you get this wrong? This is what pisses me off. You get this wrong. Texas, by the way, who lost to Seton Hall, a very good Seton Hall team, right? Why did they drop to 10 spots when they only lost by 4 points? I get it when you lose by a lot and you get blown out.
You get dropped a lot. I get it.
But why do you? But this is the second or third game now I've seen now where a team gets absolutely
screwed over in the rankings.
They lose by 4 points and they get dropped in the ranking system. Pathetic.
Who got dropped?
Villanova, in my opinion, the fact that they only dropped 3 spots, it's all favoritism.
So Florida, Wisconsin, and BYU were just dropped out of the rankings entirely.
Yeah, because Florida lost to Maryland. They lost 70-68 to Maryland over the weekend. But it's just pathetic. It's really pathetic. See, I'm glad they kept URI on the ranking system because they're not going to be ranked at all this year. Although they might be.
What's their record?
I doubt it because they're not playing anybody that's good in the Atlantic 10.
Hey, what's URI's record?
They're, I believe, 7-3.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to be ranked.
That's what I'm saying.
No offense.
Their scheduling system sucks. The conference they play in sucks. That's the way it is. The Big East, though, they've got some talent on their team on these conferences. Believe me, Creighton, DePaul, UConn, PC, and this is what you show in a big time game against Baylor. You get crushed by 21 points, and you only score 36. Freaking pathetic. You guys are pathetic. And it makes me want to barf. That's how bad it is. Duke tonight's, by the way, back in action for the first time after 2 weeks. By the way, Ohio State's playing Kentucky this weekend coming up, too. My prediction is Ohio State gets the win here, and somehow they'll skyrocket to the top 5. I guarantee it. Because it won't be a blowout game. The game will be close, of course. But they'll somehow say, oh, no, we got to blow this team out. We'll skyrocket them. They'll pass by Michigan State. They'll pass by Iowa State. They'll pass by USC. They'll do it. And you want to know something? I hope it does happen because I actually am a Buckeye fan. I'm a Buckeye fan when it comes to
off the rankings.
I'm a Buckeye fan when it comes to football. Basketball, I'm like, it's up and down. So
that's one man. Okay.
So to me, I hope it happens. And you want to know something? I'm glad Gonzaga's 8-2 because I think I believe Gonzaga is playing. I don't think they're playing anybody else right now that's in the top 25 later. Because, like I said, oh no, I forgot they're playing Texas Tech this weekend as well at the Jerry Calango Classic. I just botched that last.
Calango Classic.
It's Jerry Calango, I believe it is. Calango. I have no idea what the last name is. I'm just more
Jerry Colangelo.
Sorry, Jerry Colangelo Classic. Yeah, I gotta put more prestige in those names.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm just disgusted because as a college basketball fan, I want fairness in these rankings. The point system shouldn't even freaking matter. They shouldn't. Okay.
So basically, a team that could be winless but still score the most points could be ranked number 1. Is what it looks like.
It basically is what it comes down to. Yep. Villanova, by the way, who's lost 3 games to UCLA, to Purdue, and now to the defending national champion Baylor Bears. They only scored 36 points, but no, we're going to drop down to 3 spots. Something is wrong with that picture. I think it's wrong with that picture. I was disappointed with that news. I was pissed off about the news. That's just the way it is. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is even happening. All right, we're going against.
Have they always done it? Point system like? How they've always done it?
I've never seen a point system to the point where they favor the points more than the actual factors of how they lose their games.
Yeah, that makes
the point system to me shouldn't even matter. I don't care how many points you score. If you're not the best team in the world, if you're not in the top, if I don't feel like you're a top 10 team, I'm not going to put you in the top 10. That's the way I look at it. I mean, if you're playing pathetic basketball like this, no excuses. That's pathetic in my opinion. That's pathetic. Lakers today canceled their practice after a positive COVID test. A lot of NBA COVID test problems. They've already had to postpone most of their games. The Bulls game was postponed for I believe it was last night or tonight, I should say, with the Pistons and the Bulls supposed to go head to head. That's not happening. The Bulls were supposed to go head to head with the Raptors. That's not happening. There's at least 10 players that are in the COVID protocol. In the NHL, the Calgary Flames have got some COVID problems of their own, which is very bad because their games are postponed until December 16th. In fact, the Hurricane and Wild games have been postponed tonight because of COVID. So not a good situation right now going forward right now with this. Not a very good situation.
Nope.
Calgary Flames were supposed to face the Maple Leafs. That game's been postponed as well. We don't know how long these games are going to be postponed for. We have no timetable at all. We don't know when the next game was supposed to be at. They were supposed to play the Blackhawks last night. They got postponed. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a total freaking shit show in Calgary right now. Total shit show for the NHL, really. They don't have any games going on. So kind of sucks right now if you're a hockey fan and you're not going to see any hard hitting in Calgary, especially when it's a place like Calgary. They're known for their hockey. Like I said before, Pistons Bulls were postponed tonight. I believe there's no other. The Warriors and Knicks are on tonight. Warriors, Steph Curry needs about 2 threes to break the record in order to do it tonight.
He's going to break it.
He's going to break it. We all know he's going to break it. He could break it tonight. He could break it the next game when he plays at Boston to play the Celtics. He could do it at any time. I mean, it's going to probably be obvious he'll break it against the Knicks because the Knicks blow anyway.
Yep.
They absolutely are terrible. They're an absolutely terrible team, and they won't make the playoffs this year. But, we should talk about the Celtics from last night beating the Bucks 117-103. Big night for Jason Tatum, 42 points, went completely off of the Celtics last night. And this might have been because of what happened on that road trip and what Ime Udoka did to the Celtic players. He put him in a dark room and made him relive the entire road trip. This was according to Chris Max, one of the reporters that covers the Boston sports. He basically went on a limb and said, we went 1-4 in this trip. They had him rewatch every footage of every game that they lost, how they lost, why they lost. It was embarrassing. It might as well have been mental torture just to piss this team off, to fire them up for this game against the Bucks, against the defending NBA Finals champs, Milwaukee Bucks. When you put the entire Celtic team in a dark room in a facility, that's what you need to do.
That's what you need to do.
Udoka is at least trying. Now, am I saying the Celtics are back? No.
Not yet.
No. They got a long way to go before convincing me, a diehard Boston fan, that they're going to come back. And Marcus Smart, as far as I'm concerned, I still think he should be traded. Period. Jaylen Brown, I wouldn't trade him because you can't really trade him. That's too much.
Can't.
Trade away the draft picks. Trade away the freaking Marcus Smart. Trade away Josh Richardson. Get some old veterans in there that are good. You don't even need more big men. At this point, you got Al Horford back. You can keep him. That's fine. Get rid of Ennis Freedom Cantor, too. Get rid of him. He's a waste of space. He doesn't even do anything for your team. In fact, last night, he only had 3 minutes in the game last night. He did nothing those 3 minutes. In fact, he didn't even shoot the ball. He didn't even do anything. What does he do for you? Besides want to have a conversation with LeBron James about China. Get out of here. I don't want Ennis Cantor on my TV screen anymore. The guy is a waste of space. He's a total waste of space. If you ask me, why the hell did he change his name to Freedom for? What the hell is that going to do for him? Besides create more attention for his social media platform.
That was kind of random, to be honest. When I heard that, I'm like, wait, what?
It was the most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Kind of like when Ron Artest changed his name.
And the only reason why that happened is because he had some stupid things to say about China. And then he decided, I'm going to make peace with China and change my – I can't with him. I want him off my TV screen. I want Marcus Smart off my TV screen. You want to know what his numbers were last night? 1 for 6, 0 for 3 for 3, 2 points.
MVP.
He is pathetic. And you say he's your leader, right? We shouldn't get rid of him, right?
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Exactly. Now you see my.
Well, he is a great defender, but that's about it.
I don't care if he could defend a little girl in basketball. I don't care. The guy is useless. He wants to be the face of their franchise. He wants to be the number one guy.
Also, he's never been the face of the franchise.
You weren't the guy in Oklahoma State when you were there, when you were playing basketball. In fact, you were more of the villain there. In this case here, you're basically a death to the ratings in the NBA in these Boston Celtics games. Death to the ratings in watching these games. You are. I want you off my TV screen too. In fact, I'm willing to trade you to the San Antonio Spurs. That's what I'm willing to do. I'll give the San Antonio Spurs all the draft picks because they're going to need them. I'm going to give you Marcus Smart. And in return, I didn't want anything in return. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get him off my – you know what? I'll even give you Ennis Freedom too. I'll give you Ennis Freedom. And you want to know something? Maybe, just maybe.
I mean, if we trade, then we definitely getting something back.
Maybe we'll make it a triple threat trade.
Maybe
we'll get Damian Lillard this whole thing. You want to know something? Maybe we should get Bethany for it. Damian Lillard to me sounds like a really good fit for this team. I want Lillard on my team because he can actually.
I want Damian Lillard too.
Because I want Lillard on my team. And you want to know what else? I actually, this is actually another person I want. You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I want another bench player. I want another productive bench player. Chris Dunn, the guy that we should have never traded away in the first place from the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm going to take him back.
Actually, he hasn't even played this year, I believe.
Has he not played this year at all for the Grizzlies at all?
No.
Then why the hell did we get rid of him? We could have had him playing here.
Didn't the Celtics waive him?
No, he was traded twice to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Insane.
I don't know what the hell we got. I think we got back one of their draft picks for him. That's really about it. But again,
he hasn't played since last year.
That's what I'm saying. Get him back on this team. Get Chris Dunn back here.
Yeah.
And you want to know something too? If you want to make things even more interesting, get Malcolm Brogdon on this team. You want to talk about a productive guy?
I would like that.
You want to talk about a productive guy that can help you out? I mean, that guy can help you out in so many ways.
Mm.
And I think, honestly, you got to give something up in that for that return. Look, if you want my honest opinion, because what is Brogdon supposed to be, like a shooting guard or something like that? Small forward, power forward, whatever.
He is a shooting guard.
He is a shooting guard? Okay.
I see, Brogdon.
I'm willing to give up Dennis Schroeder for Malcolm Brogdon. I'm willing to do it.
He's averaging 20 points this year.
Yeah, willing to do it. Dennis Schroeder has his moments, but he's not the guy that'll give you 20 points a night, Schroeder. Sorry. Brogdon will.
Probably 17, 18, yeah.
Yeah, but I want a guy that produces me more than that. Sorry.
Dennis Schroeder.
Sorry. Want my honest opinion? Dennis Schroeder reminds me of like a guy who works at Burger King.
What? He's averaging 17 this year.
Averaging 17 points this year. He just reminds me of a guy that plays. He reminds me of a guy that works at Burger King that like wants to be a basketball star, but like he makes a team, but like at the same time he's not that great. That's what Dennis Schroeder reminds me of. So I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm sorry if I do, but I don't care. I don't want Marcus Smart here anymore. I don't want Cantor. I don't want Josh Richardson, and I don't want Schroeder. That's 4 players I'm willing to eliminate, and the draft picks altogether. Get Derek White, that point guard for the Spurs. I'll take him. I don't even care. Give me Damian Lillard too. I don't care. Give me everything. Give me it all. Give me everything. I'm willing to have, and I'll give you the starting lineup. You want to hear the starting lineup? Give me Damian Lillard, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. That's your starting 5.
No, so there's no way we're getting both of them.
Why not?
Too many assets. If we were to get Damian Lillard, we have to trade a lot of assets. Malcolm Brogdon, probably not much, but a good enough price.
Yeah, but the Celtics got some cap space. Believe me, they got
cap space. But who else will we trade other than Marcus Smart, Schroeder, Richardson, Cantor?
The draft picks. I'm willing to give them the draft picks. That's part of the capital.
Maybe the draft picks. Also, we gotta see the draft picks value. How many draft picks they got, and from what teams?
I'm pretty sure they got at least 5 or 6. I believe.
But from what teams? If it's from a trash team, it's gonna be a high pick.
I think it came from the Kings. I believe. I think one of them came from the Kings.
Celtics.
I'm not sure.
Draft picks.
There's one that came from Sacramento, I think.
No, there was one from Sacramento, one from.
There's one from Memphis, I believe, but they got rid of Dunn. Which that was stupid too. But
2022. Let's see. They got. It's hard to tell on this. No. Future draft detailed.
Anyway, so while you're looking that up, I'm going to give you the rest of the scores from last night. Warriors beat the Pacers 102-100. There was a key turnover at the end of the game. LeVert turned it well over late. It was when they were up, when they were down 100-102, and the Pacers lost the game. Pacers dropped down to 12-17. Warriors win 102-100. Raptors beat the Kings last night 124-101. Not a great night for Sacramento, obviously. They lose again. They dropped down to 11-17. But De'Aaron Fox had a good night. Had 29 points, 11 for 20, shooting 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Mavericks beat the Hornets 120-96. Clippers beat the Suns.
Also, they don't really have a lot. So in 2022, they only have their own 2 picks.
So next year.
In 2023, they have their own pick. And second-round picks from Houston, Dallas, and Miami, which isn't much. Second-round picks don't really matter.
But whatever, that's what I'm saying.
They got a 2023 second-round pick from Portland. 2024, their own pick. 2025, their own pick. 2026, their own pick. 2027, their own pick. But do you really see them being like that bad in one of those years?
You're giving up the draft picks, though. So what? So what difference does it make?
They look at from trading. They look at draft pick value too. The Celtics are a good team,
right?
They're probably not. They're gonna make the playoffs, probably.
Hopefully,
yeah. And the higher the first round pick, the lower its value is, unless somehow that pick they trade it and they pick a good player. But the higher the draft pick, the more value it is.
But here's the thing, though: you're
relying
on that young player when he gets here to do a lot of stuff for them to join up that crew with Brown and Tatum. At this point, I'd rather have a veteran who's been there.
Also, you know what? Trade Romeo Langford too. He's been disappointing as hell since we got him.
No, he's it's a toss-up to me because you need.
We got him from the.
You need production from your bench, and I think at this point, if you're gonna it'd be the same thing as getting a draft pick.
No, Romeo Langford wasn't even he wasn't our own pick. I think he was the Kings.
Yeah. Anyway,
pick that we got.
Yeah, why you keep looking that up? I'm going to give you more scores. Rockets beat the Hawks last night, 130.
He's only averaging 5 points. Career 3 points.
Yep. Grizzlies won 126.
He was lottery pick. I'm done.
And Nuggets beat the Wizards last night.
And I'm calling the cops.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get the NBA standings from the Eastern Conference so far. Brooklyn with the best team in the conference, 19-8. Chicago Bulls are 17-10. The Bucks are 18.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago with the COVID problems. They can't play basketball.
Honestly, after all the years of being crap, they finally got something now.
I think they just got a miracle start to their run. That's all they are. They're miracle starters here. Bucks are 18-11.
I mean, they're not going to win a championship.
Oh, no. God, no.
They're definitely going to make the playoffs at this pace.
Yep. Cleveland 17-12. Miami 16-12.
Wait, Cleveland 17-12?
Yes, they are. They beat the Miami Heat last night.
Wow. I didn't even realize that.
Yep. Well, now you know. 76ers are 15-13. The Wizards are 15-13.
Sexland.
Charlotte Hornets are 15-14. That was random. What?
Because Colin Sexton and Darius Garland on the Cavs, that's their nickname. That's literally their nickname, Sexland.
Oh, my God. I didn't even realize it was a nickname. Wow.
That actually is their nickname.
Anyway, so Boston's 14.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Toronto's 13-14. Atlanta's 13-14. I'm not gonna give you the rest of the standings.
Yeah.
Just know.
The rest of them are trash.
Just know that Orlando and Detroit are the 2 worst teams in basketball. The Pacers,
no surprise there.
Pacers are almost getting closer to that range. The Knicks are getting close to that range. The Hawks should be a lot better than what they are right now, but they're complete trash. They're a dumpster fire. They had a miracle run last year because of COVID. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Even though Trae Young is
a
who we
beast.
said he was a really good player.
Next, Steph Curry. Honestly, it's kind of looking like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's going to be as good as Steph Curry? No.
He's getting there.
He's getting there, but he's not going to be Steph Curry. He's going to be Trae Young.
He's going to be Steph Curry 2.0.
I'm calling the cops.
That's all he is. That's what Trae Young really is. He's a Steph Curry 2.0. But Steph Curry is a guy who changed the game of basketball.
He definitely did.
He changed the game of basketball for good. And this guy will break the 3-point record.
This guy got everyone shooting threes.
He is. He's basically telling everybody, shoot a three, shoot a three, shoot a three. You got center shooting threes. You got power forward shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you even got grandmas out there shooting threes sometimes.
Facts.
It's just.
When my grandma last night, she was shooting from midcourt.
I know, exactly. Yeah. I got my grandma shooting from full court, actually. From out of bounds. One-handed it.
You want contest grandmas now?
Yeah, we might as well talk about it.
I bet I'm gonna talk to her right now.
Yeah, we have some more COVID news that just came in right now. Jarvis Landry, Wyatt Teller, among 8 players added to the COVID-19 reserve list for the Cleveland Browns. Not a good sign. That is definitely not a good thing to hear. If you're a Cleveland Brown fan, that you just found out that your players. And now the Nets right now protocol list is growing as 5 players are, or as of right now, have been ruled out. Because of the protocol. Not a good thing to hear. Let's see. We covered the Rattler thing, right? Back going to South Carolina. All right. So let's see.
Shocking.
I know that to me isn't surprising because the fact that they weren't going to get him.
He went to that school. I don't think that school was considered as an option for anyone.
I mean,
but it's smart because he's going to a school.
Right.
No QB controversy. It's going to be him on the way. Even if he plays like crap, it's going to be him on the way.
Yeah. Quarterback for the USC Trojans right now, Kendon Slovis will also enter the transfer portal.
Pretty sure he was projected a Heisman favorite.
He was.
And a top pick.
He was.
Rattlers was projected to be a top pick. Slovis. Who else? A lot of players.
I think Slovis is going to end up going. I think this is a must-need at quarterback for Florida. Florida's going to get him.
Florida.
I mean, at this point, what are the chances right now that he goes anywhere else? And I think honestly, if he goes there, that team's gonna be competitive. That team's gonna be very competitive, very very competitive team offensively. Now, are they gonna win the SEC East next year?
Probably not.
I don't think they will.
They'll contend.
They'll contend for it.
They're probably not gonna.
They're not gonna win it though. No. I mean, although you never know with Georgia anyway. You never know with them. Everyone was saying how they're gonna win the SEC title. They're gonna go 13-0. Look how that turned out. They lost. They got a useless quarterback too, who I'm surprised isn't being transferred. Bo Nix though.
Bo Nix transferring.
Also
too, the running back from Auburn, their best player, entering the transfer portal. What's his name? It was
I know you'd say
Travis Garland, I believe.
Garland, I think.
Yeah, Travis Garland.
Yeah, he's in the transfer portal.
That's shocking.
Bo Nix. Here's my prediction for Bo Nix and where he ends up going. And I think this may be. A little.
Bo Nix is literally leaving because he's not appreciated.
I think he's gonna go to Michigan.
Michigan?
I think Michigan's gonna take him. Macaroni, whatever his freaking name is. He's not that good. He really isn't that good at all. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. If you want a chance to win a national championship, you get Bo Nix on your team. Bo Nix is way better. I think the Case Macaroni and Cheese. Whatever his freaking name is.
Case Macaroni and Cheese.
That's what I'm saying. I
don't think he transfers to Michigan.
Why would he not transfer to Michigan? Michigan doesn't need a quarterback. They have a great offensive scheme. They just don't have the quarterback there. That's the problem.
I mean,
to me, it'd work out because they have Harbaugh. There's a good head coach and coach the kid up and transfer that kid into a good quarterback. Look what he did to Colin Kaepernick before Kaepernick lost his mind. I mean, when he was in San Francisco,
he didn't really lose his mind.
He did. Let's be honest. I mean, after that one, he was never taken seriously ever again. He lost his job at Blaine Gabbert, and then he went on this kneeling down for the national anthem thing, then growing an afro, looking like a scrawny Jeff Cobb, from pro wrestling. I mean, that's basically what he looks like.
Scrawny Jeff Cobb.
I mean, he really does. He's close look at the guy.
Yeah, I kind of see it, but that was just a random.
No muscle tone. He might as well have like an afro going on right now. He might as well have like a Pauly D haircut style, but just more worse. You know what I mean? How much hair gel do you get put in that hairdo, Colin?
A lot. Jeff Cobb.
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. If you're still alive out there, listen to our show. Please subscribe, please.
Mm-hmm.
We need some subscribers here. Please subscribe to this show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, Kendon Slovis will go to Florida. Bo Nix will replace Case Mac and Cheese. I mean, it's just like I don't know why you don't think why you don't think you'd go there. Where do you think you'd go there if you're not thinking Nix will go to Michigan? Where do you think he's going to go?
No,
you don't know. So I asked you a question. You don't know the answer.
No.
You don't know. You can't think of one team that would take him.
UCLA, maybe.
You know what?
Nevada. Wait, actually,
Nevada.
Wait, Nevada was Nevada was an option for someone to transfer.
It
was someone else.
Yeah, no, get out of here.
UCLA. I see. He's gonna go to Texas. Just kidding.
Imagine that'd be an interesting story.
Imagine if every single
Quinn Ewers and Bo Nix for the starting job in Texas. Go. Who won that one?
Ewers. I say Ewers wins. Yeah.
Ewers.
Ewers. Let's call him Quinn. Yeah.
Texas A&M.
Imagine if every transfer went to the same school.
That
would be the most insane QB competition ever.
Awesome quarterback competition, man. That'd be awesome. Hell, they might play all 5 of them. Who the hell knows? Anyway, Texas A&M running back Isaiah Spiller declared for the NFL draft.
Haven't heard much about him. What is he projected to be?
Mel Kiper, according to this report, listed Spiller as the 3rd best back in the draft.
So it's probably like
I'm going to say second rounder, maybe.
Third round.
Second rounder, maybe at best.
Because running backs don't even get drafted high anymore.
No, they don't. And he's definitely not a first rounder. I wonder, is Snoop Connor from Ole Miss, is he up for the draft?
I don't know. Look it up.
I
believe so, maybe.
I believe that he is. I'm going to take a look at that.
What are the QBs this year?
Oh, also another guy who's going to South Carolina as well. And I actually forgot to mention this. Austin Stonger.
Titan from Oklahoma, too.
Yep, he's also going to the South Carolina Gamecocks. So who knows? Maybe Spencer Rattler will do good there with him. I don't think he will. I say
Spencer Rattler has a good year.
I think here's the thing. The talent that's in South Carolina.
Honestly, I say that Spencer Rattler is still in the Heisman conversation.
He was in the Heisman conversation.
I say he still is.
I say he's no longer there.
I say you're on crack.
I say Bryce Young, Caleb Williams,
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud is in there. Bo Nix is in there.
Bo Nix, no.
I think
I don't see it.
Slovis is in there. I think.
Let me see what college Bo Nix goes to, and I'll be like, yeah, he's probably going to be a Heisman favorite.
I even think somebody from Jordan might be in that conversation soon. Who knows?
Heck, Quinn Ewers might be in the conversation.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's above. I'm going to say that he's above Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler right now is going to be the next wide receiver in the NFL.
For anyone who says DJ Ugala,
he might be in the conversation. Who the hell knows? He might have a better year. He might have a better year than Spencer Rattler, who might lose his job again in South Carolina. It could happen.
Who else is the QB in South Carolina? I say Spencer Rattler is a QB all the whole way.
I'm looking for you right now because I'm going to tell you right now, he's definitely going to lose that job. What am I? Football? Rick? Oh, here we go.
I say he's going to be a QB no matter what.
Here we go. We're going to.
Who was his starting QB last year?
I am looking it up right now as we speak.
Hurry up.
I'm trying.
You better, yeah.
I sincerely apologize.
Yeah, he better apologize. Where are the apples?
All right, let's go to SEC because it's going to be easier to find it that way.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. South Carolina.
Hurry up.
Doughty. Doughty was the name. Doughty. He was 15th in the ranking here for quarterback in the SEC. This is just in the SEC standing. Let me just get to the
Doughty.
We can just fast forward. We can move this to the right here.
L. Doughty.
His name was, okay?
5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yeah.
Let's see. Luke Doughty.
Yeah.
He was a sophomore, which is why he had 5 touchdowns and 3 picks. He was probably just a fill-in backup.
No offense.
He probably was a fill-in backup. I mean, we don't know. We don't know where this guy was making. And right now, he's probably put in an offense where he wasn't given a lot to pass or throw in the end.
Passing lanes? Wait, who was?
That's just in the college football entirety right now. He went
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, from Western Kentucky, I believe. Pretty good quarterback.
God damn.
56 touchdowns this year, 11 picks. How he wasn't in a Heisman conversation, who the hell knows?
How is he not in draft conversations?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because mostly it's for draft conversations for next year, it's like Matt Corral and Pickett from Pitt.
And I think here's the reason why he may not have been in the conversation because nobody knew who the hell he even was.
Because he
I
goes
didn't
to
know this guy
Western
was-
Kentucky. That's why.
Yeah, what the hell goes? What the hell's down there in Western Kentucky? Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I mean, hopefully
I mean,
he.
I just
He's had a really great college career too. Holy crap!
yeah, he's had a pretty good one.
Freshman year, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. 2019, 35 touchdowns, 15. 2020, I guess he was injured. 15
Yeah.
touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah,
This year, 56 and 11.
yeah,
I mean, hopefully he is like a top 5 prospect, maybe.
yeah. Kenny Pickett's in that conversation as well.
Kenny Pickett. What year is Kenny Pickett?
Here's my
Kenny
opinion.
Pickett's a senior. Hold on.
Here's my opinion. Spencer Rattler should have gone to Pitt because he would have had a better system in Pitt.
I don't see why it made sense. Pickett's
South Carolina-
leaving.
Like I said, South Carolina's not that great. I mean, I don't know why they put him in a school that's just as bad. You could have just put him in Pitt in a better situation.
Unless Pitt has a top recruit coming.
Your top recruit could have been Ratliff if he was
I mean, like fresh out of high school.
Well, true. Yeah, true. I
Rattler's only 20 years old.
I didn't hear anything about that at all. But I'm trying to figure out
Who will go to Pitt?
Zappy would probably be up for the draft, right?
Huh?
You know what? I think he might be up for the draft. I think I heard some draft conversations about him actually being possibly in the draft conversation. Was he in there?
Well, he's a senior, which means he's probably going to be in the draft conversation.
Let's look at his touchdowns over his career stats. Let me give you the career stats for him. Threw for 2,800 yards in 2018, 2,822 to be exact.
I just want to
23 touchdowns, 13 picks. He had in 2019 he had 3,800 yards, 3,811 to be exact. 35 touchdowns, 15 picks. 2020.
I'd say he is in the draft
Yeah.
conversation, but he'll probably be a late round pick just because he went to
In
a
2020,
weak
the shortened season, he had 15 touchdowns, 1 pick. In 2021, he had 5,545 yards, 56 touchdowns, 11 picks. The last 2 seasons, he had 71 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
Surprised he was in the Heisman conversation.
The fact that this guy was he even mentioned.
What was Western Kentucky's record?
What was their record? They were 8-5 this year, so they probably.
Maybe that's why. That's why.
Well, no, it's still a winning record.
Still a winning record, but like not like
Yeah, I can't go back as
the
far.
high ranking schools.
Yeah, that's true too. But this guy's the real deal. I'm telling you, he wouldn't have these touchdowns and these.
If he's in the draft, if he doesn't get drafted, the team will definitely pick him up.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it's the Jets that pick him up. Maybe it's the Jaguars that will pick him up.
But unfortunately,
Maybe the Bears
undrafted players tend to either not play or practice squad until like a proper team gives them an actual chance.
You're right about that.
And they ball out.
That is true. You are right about that.
Yep.
100% true. Snead over the weekend had a family issue, so that's why he didn't play over the weekend, but he is returning. He did not play because his brother passed away.
R.I.P.
But however, that's not the news that we're going to cover here in this case here. Chris Jones is now put on the COVID-19 list. So
Jesus Christ.
This is not looking good. He is definitely going to be out this Thursday night against the Chargers. So not a good thing you really want to hear. They also placed Josh Gordon on the COVID-19 reserve list as of yesterday. So not really a thing you really want to hear. Daniel Jones still out for the New York Giants. Out again.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is not coming back.
He is not coming back. He is done for the season. I really can't even believe it.
New QB in New York next year.
Maybe Bailey Zeep. Maybe it'll be him. Maybe he'll be drafted.
What?
The guy from Western Kentucky just
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
That's gonna be a new quarterback next season. That will be the guy.
Or Pickett.
Huh?
Or Young. Actually, no. Young's not eligible.
No, Pickett. No. You know what? In my opinion, Pickett should go. Pittsburgh Steelers. There's your next Pittsburgh Steeler. He came from Pittsburgh. Go to Pittsburgh. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved.
Makes a lot of sense.
Speaking of problems that aren't being solved right now, I guess you could say this one doesn't come as it comes as a surprise to a lot of people. O.J. Simpson is a free man now. His parole is ended in Nevada. This is according to a report. This report as of today. O.J. Simpson is a free man, former football player and actor, acquitted back in California for murder defense and convicted in Las Vegas for armed robbery. Was granted on good behavior and was discharged from parole effective as of December 1st, a day after his hearing before the Nevada Board of Parole. Nevada State Police spokeswoman Kim Yoko Smith said Tuesday, Mr. Simpson is a completely free man now. That was actually said by Malcolm LaMarche. So the spokeswoman said that he was before his hearing was a free man. So in this case here, Malcolm LaMarche said he's a completely free man. That was Simpson's lawyer in Las Vegas. Simpson, 74 years old, declined to do an interview to answer any questions. He's a free man now at this point. And all I got to say is this guy should just live out his life, go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But just for anybody that lives near, stay the hell away from him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
Yep.
He was not in the right frame of mind back then. And right now, he's definitely not in the right frame of mind now. Even though at this point it surprises me because I really honestly thought that his parole was never going to come to an end. I thought this guy would be on parole the rest of his life, restricted. But now at this point, he's a free man now at this point. Anyone in the Las Vegas area right now better watch out because there's some crazy shit that happens in Las Vegas too.
A lot.
So,
I bet he'll stay out of trouble, honestly.
I mean, I hope he does. I really hope he does.
I was he like 70 years old.
Yeah. At the same time, though, it's one of those things where it's just like it makes you think like, wow, this guy is a lucky son of a bitch to get to pull that crap out of his asshole. It really is that scary to get into that, especially now where it's like really. Anyway, this is actually I saw that. Yeah. We also got some news about Elon Musk named Time's Person of the Year as of yesterday. This was named 2021 Time Magazine's Person of the Year. That actually kind of surprises me, actually. I was convinced it would be somebody else. I was convinced.
Oh, cool.
Maybe Jay Leno. You know, maybe oh God, who would be a good one? Rob Lowe.
Also, I don't focus on that stuff.
Maybe
so.
maybe Tiger Woods. He got in that accident. Maybe
Jeff Bezos.
Not Jeff Bezos. Not the Amazon guy. Get out of here with that.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to bring up Elon Musk yesterday. That surprised the hell out of me. That was according to Barstool Sports, the 1 minute man making the report. That to me is insane. That he won Man of the Year. I don't really normally pay attention to that kind of stuff either. But I just thought, hey, let me just put this little tidbit in there. Shock the world. Well, I guess if people already have known already that he was Man of the Year. It came out yesterday. So, but anyway, you probably didn't even know about this one. Michael Strahan this past week went to space, went to the moon and came back again. So I guess he just wanted to be out in space just to do it. NASA allowed it, okayed it. Here's my opinion. If Michael Strahan can go to space, does this mean that's gonna be like a starting trend now for every football player now that's gonna want to go out to space? Like
probably.
I don't know. Like to me, it's like what's the big deal? Like it's you see the moon, you walk around, you put the thing down, that's great. I mean, go to some place like Mars or Uranus or Venus or Mercury. I mean, go to those places. Going to the moon to me it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. Like to me, it's not exciting. You know what I mean? Like
anymore.
Exactly. Like unless you're gonna go to a different planet, fine. But don't give me like, oh, go to the moon. No, go to Mars. See there's life on Mars. Try it out. I mean, you're gonna be wearing a space helmet out there anyway. You might as well just try it out. These people that go to the moon, I don't get it. In fact, you know what would be a really cool thing? And they went out into space and there was like a meteor shower going on, and they just hung on to the meteors. Like that'd be pretty cool. Like if you were just like riding on a meteor, like a surfboard, like hanging tight and going like, hey, hang loose, bro, hang loose. You know, doing a little bit of that. What are you watching?
I have no idea. It's so random.
I know. I'm just like ranting at this point. It's just like no way he's paying. Like he's not paying.
He's ranting too much.
I'm not ranting. I'm just gonna go by the facts right now. Like if you go to space, right? Wouldn't you want to do like go to other planets besides the moon? Like if you were like told like, oh, you're gonna go out to space and to the moon, like would you just be like okay and then come back, or would you want to explore more planets?
Definitely explore more planets.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like here in this case here, and Michael Strahan just did it because like he would be the first black person to do it. Fantastic, great, but do other planets, do more than what people expect you to do. And really, I think he just came back just to brag about it on Fox Sports. I mean, really, let's be honest. He does good. He does Good Morning America. He does the Fox NFL Live.
Mic drop.
Yeah, that's a mic drop. That's a pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think that he could have explored more. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't. I don't know why he didn't. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense that he didn't do it. I just think personally, he could have done more. You could have gone to Uranus. If I had the opportunity to go to space, I'd do a Uranus, Mercury, Mars, the whole 9 yards. Even create my own star. Even mark my territory on a star. I'd point out the star. I'd say, yeah, that's my star. I would. Seriously. I would. I mean,
that's my star right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you know what? If people could see from Earth, I'd say that's my star. Because all the stars are kind of like different. Some stars are
I own
the
that.
same.
It's mine.
They're kind of exactly. So
I made that.
exactly. So to me, yeah. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, you could have done more, Michael. What's wrong with you? Why didn't you do it?
I did a lot more.
Man, we've been talking for a while here.
Hour and a half.
Should we go into the Raw show from last night? Or should we do WWE stuff at all? Did you want to cover it all? Last night's show? No, you're not into it.
Honestly, wrestling hasn't been the same for a while. The last good year that I say wrestling was fun to watch. I mean, not gonna lie, there are like some people right now that are fun to watch, like RK Bro and Roman Reigns and his finger SmackDown.
The stuff like
honestly,
is nice. It is. But
I'd say the last fun year were like, heck, probably everyone was watching wrestling was 2016.
That was a fun time.
2016, everything was fun. Wrestling, everything.
Yeah.
Even things you didn't like was fun that year.
Yeah.
Like right now for WWE, it's like
no AEW.
I'll stick to watching AEW.
Yeah, there you go. The show's on this Wednesday. Bryan Danielson will be the challenger for Hangman Adam Page's world title. Winter is coming.
That's going to be a war.
But
I say Hangman retains.
Hangman does retain. I don't see how he.
I don't see how he loses that quick. No. Unless he gets injured in the match and it's serious.
Yeah.
They got to call it audible. There's no way he's losing it.
Even so, I mean, it's a lot to ask. That's one of the matches here. We have Diamond Ring Diamond Final here between MJF and Dante Martin.
Honestly,
that's gonna be a tough one for me because
MJF has won the first 2 diamond rings, but this time I say Dante Martin for the win.
I think it's tough to think that way.
Dante Martin's on the rise in AEW.
Because I wouldn't have MJF lose that match. I just wouldn't, especially if you're feuds with Punk. I mean, to me,
unless CM Punk actually cost him the match.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't.
I say Dante Martin for the win.
Don't have MJF lose too much. He already lost it to Jericho at All Out. I mean, we don't really need him to lose this match to Dante Martin. I'm sorry.
And if he does lose, have it doing a dirty way.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Sydal versus Wardlow.
Sydal versus Wardlow. Wardlow here is winning.
That's random.
I don't care what anybody thinks here.
What was that match announced? That's random.
That was a random one. This was actually announced 20 hours ago. Wardlow, to me, as far as I'm concerned, he needs to get away from
MJF. Yeah, break out on his own. Come on.
I think what's ended up happening here is I think Punk gets the first defeat. Like everyone's saying, oh, Punk should put him over. Look, if you want my honest opinion, keep Punk undefeated for a little bit.
Yeah,
keep him undefeated. You don't need to have MJF win the match. There's no point. Okay, it's not like.
And if MJF does win, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be at all.
Fantastic, but otherwise, no. To me, it's one of these scenarios where I think here you're building up to something. You have Wardlow, get blamed for MJF losing the match, and you have Wardlow just tearing to shreds. And you build to a match of Revolution that involves Wardlow and MJF. Good of time. It's been a long time coming. We also have Serenity
Steve versus
Shida again. I mean, at this point, like, why?
Also, this is like the third time they faced off.
I think is it the third or fourth time?
Like third. First time, Deeb turned heel.
Yeah.
Second time.
Did Shida?
No, Deeb won the first match. Then Shida won the second.
No, I thought Shida won the first match and Deeb won the second match.
No, because the first match was against Shida about to get her 100th win.
Oh, that's right.
But then Deeb cheated to win.
That's right. That was her 50th win.
And then Shida won the next one.
Right.
So I guess it's the third and final match, and I say Shida for the win.
Yeah. We have the announcement of where the Atlantic City show will be at. Boardwalk Hall on February 9th. Tickets will go on sale as of Friday, December 17th. So if you want to go to the show, what are you waiting for? Buy your tickets now. Tickets are starting out at $29. So, I mean, that'll be a really good show, I think. I mean, at this point...
I'll say no AEW show disappoints. They haven't had one bad show, honestly.
They've had, I shouldn't say that. They've had a couple of bad shows in 2020. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, nothing really too shaky there, really. We got
AEW Dark tonight.
Yep, we have.
Josh was the Ring of Honor Pure Champion facing Sean Spears.
Yep, that would be
That's gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
We got Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. No,
Take
actually,
out
let me
Tony
say
Dunn.
something about AEW Dark
Go ahead.
Elevation.
I'll let you rant. Go ahead.
No, it might be a little. Everything is so like obvious. Like we got the no-name talents that come. I mean, Josh Bush is a no-name. He's not a no-name. He's an ROH pure champion. He's the last pure
I
champion.
think he gets an upset win tonight. But go ahead.
He's the last pure champion. That's probably going to be a fall because ROH is like taking a sabbatical. But we know, honestly, Sean Spears is going to win because he's the established star in AEW. Josh Bush is making his debut.
Is he established though? Because I feel like to me, like he's not really established to do
He's
anything.
more established in AEW than he was in WWE.
Not really, because to me, like even.
I mean, honestly, he should be a lot more because well,
he's with
AEW. I mean, WWE, he was a pure jobber. He was over, but they weren't even using it correctly. I feel like Sean Spears should have at least held the TNT title, or heck, maybe even a tag team title reign with somebody at this point.
I mean, to me, I think at this point he's not really established in the company, and you're saying now at this point
he's somewhat established, but he's not like he's not the man.
But is he though? Like, I mean, to me, like if you're the man, then he's supposed to be
character work. Yeah, he's
like he should be challenged for the belt this week instead of Cole. Actually, at this
Marina Shafir, who was a former WWE diva.
Was he going? She going against Kristen Statlander?
Yeah,
well,
Statlander's going to win.
But of course, it doesn't build to something. But
Nick Comoroto versus Dean Fleming. Nick Comoroto, he's been on AEW for a while. Dean Fleming, I don't even know who he is. No offense to him.
No, I have no idea who the hell you are.
AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, they're so predetermined. They have the established guys that we see week in and week out facing jobbers.
It might as well be tough enough, except
I mean, and AEW
reality TV.
AEW what the show's called, what they usually do on Wednesday nights,
right.
Dynamite.
Right.
Yeah. It's like you can see someone winning, but then you can see someone losing. Like we won't know until like the match happens. Same thing with AEW Rampage, but on Dark and Elevation, it's like basically the same stuff. You have
because it's basically it's like
and it's not until like the main event where you see like two guys like, okay, we don't know who's gonna win, but then who we think's gonna win wins. The rest of the matches are just feelings like, okay, just to showcase their talent, which I get. Yes, they showcase their talent all the time, but like they gotta stop making AEW Dark and Elevation so predictable. That's the thing.
Yeah. See, but wrestling though is they want you to make it more predictable though. They're trying to be more predictable with most of their stuff. That's why these spoilers come out most of the time. I mean, it just that's just the way it is with these shows here, really. We also have tonight Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and Colt Cabana in a 6-man.
Members of the Dark Order versus 2.0 Daniel Garcia.
Garcia. See
that one could go either way because 2.0's been on a roll lately, and the Dark Order is the Dark Order.
To me, I think 2.0 just wins because
I say 2.0 gets the upset win.
They're trying to build a feud with the Inner Circle now. At this point, they took out Jericho a couple weeks ago on Dynamite. I mean, or was it Rampage?
Another thing, they do showcase random talent. Arjun Singh versus Tony Vincita.
Who the frick are these people?
No offense, I don't know them, but like, I don't know. I guess the Arjun Singh guy, the Arjun Singh guy looks pretty good. It looks like he might get the win.
Yeah.
We also got Heather Moore versus Tay Conti. We all know Tay Conti's gonna win.
That's gonna be another one.
And Viscous Cash versus Angelico. We all know Angelico's gonna win because he's been on AEW since the beginning.
I don't know. Angelico's not that great, and
Angelico's good.
And honestly, if you want to get some people,
look at Viscous Cash is a no name. He's gonna lose, obviously.
Well, they have some upsets on there since.
Angelico's good,
but
he hasn't.
He didn't really blow away, really.
No, if you see him in Lucha Underground, he was the man.
Oh, he was. I see him on Lucha Underground.
But like, oh, that's it for that. Let's see. Is there any more AEW Dark matches happening tonight?
I don't believe.
No,
that one.
That's what Sean Spears. Valentina Rossi versus Jade Cargo. First of all, Jade Cargo's built like a.
Yeah.
She's a beast. She might be the first TBS champion.
Yeah.
Nyla Rose versus Zeta Zhang. We know Nyla Rose is gonna win. Predictable. Yep. Zeta Zhang, I don't even know who she is. She's pretty though, not gonna lie. Rio and Rio Mizunaki versus Emi Sakura and Mei Siraj.
That could be a toss-up.
That could be a toss-up.
That could be a toss-up. I don't even know who's gonna win that.
I know. I've heard of Rio. I've heard of Rio because she was the first AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Rio Mizunaki. She's been getting a lot of time on AEW Dark lately.
I'm gonna fix the head.
Emi Sakura. She's been featured. Emi Sakura's been featured a lot.
Yeah.
And Mei Siraj, I don't know who she is. I feel like she's gonna eat the pin.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Nemeth versus Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor's going to win.
Chuck Taylor's going to win, but that's still like a toss-up match because Ryan Nemeth is the brother of Dolph Ziggler.
Let me just put this in perspective. Does Ryan Nemeth have a gimmick on this show besides being on BTE? Like, let's think about this for a minute. He had the random freaking.
That's Dolph Ziggler's brother. Twin looks just like him, to be honest.
No, I know, but does he really have a gimmick in the show though? Like, think about this for a minute.
Yeah.
He barely wrestles as it is,
unless he's trying to beat Dolph Ziggler.
No, but
worse.
But think about it though. He does these stupid BTE gimmicks. He pretends to be this Hollywood actor kind of thing, trying out for a role. I saw this the other day on BTE. I thought this was the stupidest gimmick I think I've ever seen. He's supposed to do some like random appearance on like some Hollywood like studio set.
Yeah.
He does practice rehearsals and he gets quiet. He gets all like, "Oh, security, we're gonna kick you out." Yeah, like it just, and then the whole dead girlfriend thing, and then the whole Cream thing from BTE. I thought that was stupid. Like, there was a thing that he did with Cream. He was rubbing cream in his face and he was like eating him. I don't know. It was weird shit. He had nightmares about it. He got high off of it. Like. The guys. It
was so stupid.
Ryan Nemeth.
Another thing I should say about Josh Woods and Sean Spears: don't have Josh Woods be a complete jobber. Like we all can see that Sean Spears is going to win.
They might do it though because it's a babyface heel thing. They don't really know much about it. That's how they usually do it.
Josh Woods is known, like I said, Ring of Honor pure champion.
Can I bring this back up about Ryan Nemeth? Why is he even around in this company? What is he? What is his purpose? He barely wrestles as it is. He's trying. Is he trying to become part-time MJF? Like, that's what MJF really is. He's a part-time wrestler, full-time guy that shows up in the company, does nothing.
Like I'm saying, I'm going to watch Aew Dark tonight, and I hope Josh Woods gets shown off at least.
Ryan Nemeth.
He shouldn't be jobbed out to Sean Spears. At least, he's probably going to lose, but don't let him lose.
I'm going to say Josh Woods wins. I think Josh Woods is a better wrestler. I think
he is.
I think Sean Spears
pure wrestling champion.
Exactly. I think it'd be a mistake.
Sean Spears is more of a brawler. To be honest,
Sean Spears is just there. Can we just say that?
Josh Woods,
just like
Josh Woods could brawl.
Just like Ryan Nemeth.
He could wrestle.
Right. But Ryan Nemeth,
watch his match with Jonathan Gresham. He goes in.
There. By the way, if you're wondering when the show's gonna be on tonight, it's gonna be on YouTube TV.
On YouTube, comes on at 7:00.
7:00 Eastern time.
I'll probably watch some highlights after if I'm not home at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, please, AEW. Don't make Dark and Elevation so predictable.
It really is. It really is.
Other than that, AEW is great.
Yeah.
That's the only problem I have with it, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's see. We covered college football today, college basketball, my Villanova rant.
Monday Night Raw, meh. Let's not even talk about that.
At this point, I'll cover Monday Night Raw when it becomes better again.
Oh yeah, Bobby Lashley. Now on day one, it's actually gonna be a fatal four-way because Bobby Lashley ran for everyone.
He beat Rollins.
KO, Seth Rollins, Lashley, Big E. I still say Big E retains.
I say Lashley wins the belt back. I'm sorry. I thought Rollins was going to win when it turned to a triple threat.
I say KO eats the pin.
1-on-1.
Kevin Owens is going to eat the pin because he's honestly on his way out. His contract ends in
it ends that same day, I'm pretty sure.
It ends on the end of January, I believe. KO's going to eat the pin.
I thought it was the beginning of January.
End of January, I believe.
Oh, it is the end.
Or in the middle of January. I don't remember. All I know is KO didn't renew his contract.
No,
or maybe he did.
I don't think he did. And I would have heard.
If I was him, I wouldn't.
Yeah, well.
Look at everyone that's been leaving. Adam Cole left. Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly just left.
Yeah, where do you think Gargano's going to go? Because I'm thinking AEW. I don't think Kyle O'Reilly's
either AEW or Japan. He will be perfect either way. Honestly, any wrestler could go to Japan.
I think Kyle O'Reilly's going to go to Japan. I can see that.
That's it.
Gargano, I can see.
No, Kyle O'Reilly's going to AEW. He's going to reunite with Adam Cole and Bobby Fish.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Then again, also too, AEW wrestlers can also wrestle in Japan because they got that partnership.
Right. You know what I think about it? I think Gargano would be better off in Japan. I think at this point, you've got too many small guys there already. You do.
I honestly would say if Ring of Honor was still around, he would be perfect for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Well, heck, he might go to Impact. I don't know.
He's not really a fit there, honestly, I don't think. I mean, unless you're going to do a storyline when he defeats Moose. But, I mean.
They'll probably put him in the X Division.
Yeah, maybe.
They did that with Rich Swann. I mean, eventually they become the world champion.
Yeah.
They're doing that with Ace Austin, which he's going to be a world champion sooner or later.
Right, exactly. Anywho.
Let's see. Look at all the wrestlers that have been fired.
Yes.
Big name wrestlers.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman, now Adam Scherr, EC3. Honestly, the list goes on and on.
It does. It's a long list, believe me.
Yeah, it's a long list of established stars that got released. And now they're trying to create new stars in NXT 2.0.
Yeah.
The only superstar that make it right now is Braun Breaker. Everyone else is like, just there.
I will say this: Hook made his debut on Rampage,
and he did really good.
Excellent. And the fans
definitely a future superstar in AEW.
Got his win over Fuego del Sol.
Mm-hmm.
Cole beat Yuta, I believe.
Yeah.
Were the Young Bucks in action, or no? Was it? Oh, that's right. The AEW tag team titles were on the line. Lucha Bros retained over FTR.
Yep.
Great showing on Rampage. I thought Rampage this week was just a little bit better than Dynamite was. I thought.
Yeah.
That's interesting there.
I say AEW just fix Dark Elevation, and then I'll be perfect with the product.
Dark Elevation to me, I never watch. I just get the results from AEW Dynamite television. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, to be honest,
I never really follow it because I feel like to me it's not because the stuff's predetermined. It's just that I. It's just
that it's so obvious who's going to win.
I can't really get behind the broadcasting that's with it. Like the Big Show is a broadcaster partner, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, Big Show is a broadcaster. It's pretty weird.
It's weird. Like I can't and him as a broadcaster, he just sounds.
Taz as a commentator and broadcaster is good.
Yeah, give me Taz all day over.
Jericho as a commentator, CM Punk as a commentator.
It's like
I'd
rather listen to Fozzy.
Just Big Show. I don't know.
I'd rather listen to Fozzy sing than him.
Oh, correction, Paul White.
Paul White, Big Show.
His real name.
It's
but like he can't go by Big Show just because of WWE's copyright.
I know, but
we will forever know him as Big Show.
They could have called him the Giant for Christ's sakes. I mean, they could have just gone back to that because WCW has no more ties to that. They no longer exist. But at the end of the day, I don't really follow Dark Elevation that much or Dark. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that they actually had Shawn Spears fighting tonight.
Shawn Spears has been on almost every single Dark since it started.
Has he been really?
Which is low-key kind of sad.
I never follow it. That's why.
I see like highlights of it, which is kind of sad because I feel like he should exactly. Like I said, his character work is way better than was in WWE.
He is where he is because they're not going to do anything else for him.
Yeah,
they wanted to build up some wins to go on Dark Elevation. He's not ready for a big time.
Like he builds up wins on Dark, but he always loses on Dynamite or Rampage.
The last Dynamite show he was in a match with Chris Jericho, and he lost that one.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me,
I think the last one before that he lost.
Right.
The one before that he lost. He only gets his wins on Dark. That's it.
And even then, he's not that great. The matches aren't that impressive. I mean, it just
like he's not a 5-star caliber wrestler, but he's still a decent wrestler.
If I had to give him a star rating, I'd say a 2.5 star. That's what
I'd say like 3. Honestly.
Well, you're being generous.
Yeah, I'm just being generous.
You're just being generous.
Other than that,
I'm just brutally honest.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we did an hour and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking there. Mm-hmm. We are going to sign off. We're going to try to do an episode
Thursday. Yeah. Before pool. Hopefully, if my work schedule doesn't go
if
overboard.
In case not, we'll do Friday. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, I think it'd be better if we do it on a Friday anyway. I'm gonna
or Saturday before we go watch Spider-Man. So we're gonna do a review on that Spider-Man.
It'd be too much Russian, and I think we can do the Spider-Man review. We'll do a Spider-Man review.
Mm-hmm. I already see some reviews praised up the roof.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a good movie. We'll be going to that. We'll be going to a movie event with all our friends this weekend, so it'll be a lot of fun. We have some NFL football that's on this weekend. We have 2 games that are on. That's Saturday night. Unfortunately, I will be missing both those games, although I'll try to sneak in the movie theater with my phone on. It'll be Raiders-Browns, which I'll probably watch that one.
Wait, they play on Saturday, right?
They are playing. There's 2.
Yeah, we could sneak a games on there.
Raiders-Browns Saturday.
I'll be focusing more on Spider-Man because Spider-Man.
Yep, he'll be focusing on Spider-Man. I'll be focusing on both things, so I'll multitask.
I'll try to focus on both of them.
I might even get the Patriots haircut this week.
Please don't.
I might get the Patriots haircut this week.
No, you better not get that logo.
Why?
First of all, that logo looked like crap when he first did it.
No.
Second of all, no.
It looks good, believe me.
And it doesn't.
Like crap. You're gonna.
I find you're gonna do it. Shout
out to Kenny's Barbershop, by the way. They do awesome haircuts.
Shout out to Details Barbershop and my barber Christian.
Yep.
I need a haircut now because I haven't in like 2 weeks. But
look at my hair. I haven't had a haircut since like September, October.
You should get like a fade.
Shut up.
Actually, no, don't get a fade.
No, because that no.
You look like an egg who slapped like rat hair on his head.
I was just gonna say that. The words right out of my mouth. That's great. So we are signing off right now.
Yep.
Please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
Interrupt you. I created the YouTube channel. I just put his name on it.
I'm here to co-host and make funny stuff.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's a funny co-host guy.
And that was like my first rant on AEW, so
Well,
Yeah.
And you witnessed my first rant with Villanova of college basketball today.
Like honestly, the ranking system makes no sense. I never got college ranking
Let
systems.
me just explain something to you.
Football and basketball.
It's always about the big time names and the big time college basketball coaches. That's all it is.
Yes.
But I think they take it just way too far now.
Well, there's talent on other teams that aren't even getting recognized because they're favored Duke, Kentucky, Ohio State.
John Calipari from Kentucky, though, the fact that he dropped as much as he did, though, for that team.
Shocking.
That was a big shock. Like, I didn't see that one coming. And the fact they lost to Notre Dame. Now, granted, Notre Dame going into that game was 3-4. But there's no excuse for this still. Villanova, you scored 36
points, and you're still ranked in the top 10.
In the top 10.
You got the worst record out of all teams in the top 25. You're the only team that has 3 losses in the top 25.
Exactly.
How are y'all still ranked?
Can't explain.
Put PC over there.
PC should be ranked right now.
Heck, put Florida back in the top 20.
9-1, and they just beat Texas Tech, who, by the way, is ranked 24.
What? Put URI. No,
URI doesn't belong in this conversation. They don't. Okay, you know who belongs in this conversation? DePaul. DePaul does.
Put Brown University over there. No, I'm scared.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Put the Jacksonville Jaguars over Villanova in the top 10.
Put the 2008 Detroit Lions
yes.
in that conversation.
Put the 2016 and 2017 Browns?
I think they were 2017.
The 2017 Browns in the top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
No, top 25. Take them out.
Oh, my God. You know, it's
Put the 9 and... What was the year that the Bobcats had the worst record? They only had like 9.
Oh, God, I have no idea. They were terrible.
Put that Bobcats team over Villanova in the top 10 right now.
Although, let's be honest, they probably would beat all those teams that we just named.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's not even a doubt about that in my mind. But Villanova, I will say this, though.
Put the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons over them right now. Like, seriously, the college rankings make no sense.
They just don't, man. They don't. Hey, follow us on Instagram, Joseph_Edward_Olivo. He's at what is your
M Smitty. No, I just made my new one, so
yeah, he got hacked.
I got hacked on my last one.
You can follow me on Joseph Olivo.
MJ Smitty 97.
There's a Facebook page for the show. Let us interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
It will be notified of when the show will be available.
Probably gonna be creating a Linktree page for this.
I apologize to those out there who have been complaining about the Facebook spam that you all been receiving, but let's be honest, I don't control that. I'm just promoting.
Facebook just does their automatic stuff. So yeah,
it's Facebook. There's nothing I can do about it. If you guys don't like it, you can shut the Facebook thing off. You can just get yourself off of Facebook for all I care.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who actually like the show
and watch it,
follow it, and actually want the link to it,
watch it, subscribe.
Yep, I will give it to you.
And I will too.
Yeah. The profile of the show, the Let Us Interrupt, the name of the show will be on there. I am the host of the show, obviously. He is the co-host. Yep. He is the funny guy. He is the right person for this job, even though he doesn't watch a lot of live sports.
I do, but just lately it's been kind of hard for me because I don't have cable.
You can do Hulu.
I even watch it. I even try. Yeah, they do, but not all of them.
They don't.
Like they do, but it's limited.
So you can go unlimited then. You can try to get the most expensive stuff possible, expensive package.
I watch what I can. I watch the highlights when I can.
You have to be invested.
Also, too, my work has been giving me a lot of hours lately.
We've been all busy with work.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
We all got side hustles.
Yeah. For today, for this show, obviously you'll be seeing these two faces again.
Mm-hmm.
I am Joseph Olivo.
I'm Michael Smith, the prettier one.
Good night.
Good night.